introductions anyway, so.
I know. We'll get through this somehow. It'll happen.
Oh, did GL get through his introduction? I don't even know. I know he started it, but I don't know if he got to finish it.
Yeah, I think I finished.
You did?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I mentioned I was going to work on tax
I'm all.
stuff.
Oh, and we're back. Yeah.
All right. Take two, right?
Take
No.
two.
Yeah.
You totally called it when you called it the Monday morning shit show.
Yes.
You called it this time.
Yes, it is. And I think, I'm really starting to worry that maybe when I installed this new camera, it's just too much. Like, I need to go back and delete some stuff.
No.
All right.
Great.
Well, thank you very much for dropping in, Avrisk. I really appreciate that. So, yeah, I guess we'll just get started. We'll go ahead and try to do our introductions again, and hopefully it'll work this time. If not, I'll apologize in advance, and yeah, we'll try to make things work. All right, go ahead, Amy. It's your turn.
Okay. Hi, I am Amy. Nobody. I don't have any social media or a website because I don't use it. I am a SEO consultant, and I'm working on my second rough draft of my first fiction book. And that's what I am very happy that I have these writing sprints, because if I didn't have these live streams with you ladies and gentlemen and these writing sprints, I would not be working on said book. So thank you for having me. And that's my spiel.
Yay! All right, Miss Nichole, it's your turn.
Okay. Hopefully y'all can hear me, because I feel like my
Everything's working for me.
Okay, good. Well, then it's just my computer's being a dick to me. So anyway, hi everyone. My name is Nichole Wolf. I write paranormal romance. I have 2 books, which I guess I'll show because they're right here, and it's easy. I have 2 books out on Amazon, and the third one is up for pre-order. You can find the links for all of my books and a free flash fiction story on my website at NicholeWolf.com.
Awesome. Very nice. And I am Dana Gollin. I write adult fantasy romance. Yes, Sarah, thank you for finding me again. And this is my channel where today we are struggling because apparently my technology hates me. It's my turn.
Everybody hates them today.
Yeah, and in the description, there's only one thing there. It is the AuthorTube tribe merchandise that Sarah and her husband put together for us, and I am excited to be getting mine hopefully very soon. So if you are interested in getting your own AuthorTube merchandise, click that link, go over there, get yourself some awesome stuff, because they really did put a lot of thought into this. Like, they have t-shirts, mugs, stickers. I think they have a shower curtain. I mean, it's just really, really awesome. So, and it's affordable. I know some merchandise shops are kind of ridiculous, but not these guys. So,
yeah.
So yeah, so make sure you go over there. And on that note, why don't we go ahead and get started, because we've already kind of,
yeah,
I wasted our time, and I really don't want to lose the connection again. So, all right, are you guys ready?
Yep, I'm ready.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We'll start working in 3, 2, 1, go.
Come on, freaking computer, work with it.
All right, that is time. How did everybody do?
Well, I could have done better if my computer would stop being a dick.
Oh man, I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you.
I know. I know we've all experienced it. It's just like, man, why must you do this to me every time I decide I need to use you to write?
Yeah.
But I'm just like doing nothing with you. Then you want to cooperate swimmingly.
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah. I got 145.
Awesome. Sorry guys. How did
It looks
Amy?
like Amy and Derek are both still muted. And
I'm here. I'm sorry. I forgot I was
Oh.
muted.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Okay.
I got 276.
Awesome. Very nice. I am currently trying to update my description for this video.
Well,
Yeah.
that's
And-
always fun.
Yeah, looks like Steven got 237. That's awesome.
Woo.
I'm just afraid to I'm afraid if I open up my Word document right now, it's going to make like everything crash. So I'm like, okay, I'll do busy work while my writing sprints will be busy work. I'll set up my description and, you know.
Ooh. Do all like the fun administrative stuff you need to do.
Yeah,
Not like writing stuff.
right. I think CJ is doing the same administrative stuff.
Oh, yeah, because
Yeah.
he said he got a data sheet cleaned up.
Yeah, that's really cool.
And he's mass mailing? What do you send in mass mailing? I'm just curious.
I know she has a day job. I think I don't know.
Maybe that's what she's working on.
I know she has a day job. I know she's got several goodies going on.
Yeah.
And Sarah, she's written 3 letters.
Wow.
Well,
I know. I'm like, is it one of those things where you just have to like copy and paste the person's name or change that? Because I mean, I wish I could write a letter in 5 minutes. I'd write more letters.
Yeah, I know, right?
And Shannon got 359. That's totally awesome.
wow, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's still, getting to 300 is still my goal, but my computer is going to have to start working with me if we're going to hit that. So
Yeah. Did you share your number with us?
145.
Right. Diamond, Derek. Here's the
Oh
thing.
no, I was working on tax stuff.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. So here's the I know you said that we could call you anything that you want or that we want to call you, and I'm gonna have to call you Derek. I really like the name Derek. My sister had this amazing friend, and his name was Derek, and so I can't call you Stewie because I hate that little bastard. And you seem like a very nice human being, so I don't want to associate you with that little shithead.
You don't know me. People start calling me Stewie because I know one year in high school we had 8 Dereks in one class.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Everybody started going by their last names, and instead of calling me Stewart, they just started calling me Stewie.
Yeah. I was gonna say I could call you Stuart, but I can't call you Stewie. So most likely I'll just settle with Derek, and we'll be good with that. And everyone's gonna call you something different. It's gonna be like
Derek, because I was like, I didn't know that there were options. I thought it was like his name's Derek, and that's what I have to call him. I didn't know I had a choice in it.
Yeah.
Kind of ironic. I have a character in my story or whatever. Some guy goes and meets her, and he asks if her name's such and such, and she's like, "To you, yeah. To others, I go by many different names."
Yeah.
So that's kind of ironic.
See, it would be like a man of mystery.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially when Sarah kicks me out or my camera doesn't want to work. It's just my audio.
Oh yeah. Well,
That sounds familiar. Just your
I know.
audio? What?
Yep. Well, that's what we were driving around. I can't remember. We were driving around listening to one of the write-ins, my daughter and I, and she was like, "Why do you call him something else and they call him other names?" And I was like, "Well, you know how I feel about that damn Stewie. I just can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it." So, because she likes to pester me with him whenever she needs to get on my nerves, she'll play that mom, mama,
Yeah.
mama. Yeah, and I'm just like,
Yep.
homicide.
Mission accomplished. Now what?
Yeah. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead.
Got the bells?
Yes. So let's go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time for a break. You are very welcome, Sarah, because I appreciate you as well. And we're a tribe. We're in this together. How'd you guys do?
I did better this time, but my computer was more cooperative. I got 233.
Awesome.
I got 289.
Uh-oh. It sounds like someone's ready for a siesta. Right on. I was successfully able to update the description. So now the link to the merch is, you can just click on it and go straight over there.
Okay.
Yep. And everybody's info should be down there. And I just copied and pasted it from Alina because she seems to have like the most updated version of our schedule. So
Yeah, I got to figure out. Well, right now it's like Fridays are working for now, but I don't know how long that'll last, especially once school lets out.
I am really looking forward to when school gets over because I really want to participate in Alina's live streams, and I can do that when I don't have to get up at 6 o'clock in the morning and take people to school.
No.
Yeah. So, hey, it's okay. You don't have to get something every time, Shannon. Besides, you were writing all day yesterday. You need a day off. And to the Naked Firefly, I have written complete chapters before and just absolutely hated it. And then after like rereading it and kind of structuring it, I'm like, oh, this is so much better. So I feel your pain. I absolutely feel your pain.
Yeah, editing's rough, man.
Yeah.
You go through and you're like, well, I just wasted my time on this chapter. I mean, that's how you feel at the time. I know that's not true, but that's how you're feeling while you're going through it. And you're like, why did I write this?
Oh, yeah.
It's a very, reading over your manuscript during editing is just such a, I don't know. It's such a roller coaster ride of emotion. Like 1 minute you're like, I suck. This is so bad. And then like 2 chapters later, you're like, you know what? This is pretty awesome.
Yeah. I always like when I was editing, I would come across like questions like, why is this happening in this chapter? Or I always got frustrated when it was like, can you add more detail or take some detail away? Because it's like, shit, now I really got to put my thinking cap on.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I know that happened to me already too, where they were like, flesh this out more, and I'm like, I have no idea how to do that right now.
yeah,
But I'll give it a shot.
yeah. I've noticed one of the things that I do is I think I over describe. And I know some people like it and some people get frustrated when you put a little bit too much description in, but I'm very much detail oriented. So, but I have to constantly remind myself that not everybody looks at the leaf on a tree and sees the veins and how important those veins are to the leaf. You know. So
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that I am one of those people that don't need to know about the veins on the leaf.
Yeah. Well, and that was one of the things that that I had to come to terms with. And sometimes it is important, you know, like especially if you have someone who's developing in their skills, or yeah, like we'll take Twilight for an example, even though I'm super fan of her. When Bella's transitioning into her new form, you know, she's noticing all of those details, and it was important to do that. However, if you know, if it's just somebody who isn't new, you don't need to put all that thought into it. Now I'm looking at this damn plant and I'm like, oh, those leaves, they need to be trimmed. So we're going to stop with the leaves on the damn plant. So, all right. And I haven't gotten any complaints about too much detail yet. It's still new. It's still, yeah.
That probably means that, you know, the parts that you're putting a lot of detail into are parts that needed the detail anyway.
Yeah.
I think people get frustrated when they're getting overloaded with detail constantly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but if you kind of like zone it in on, you know, this part really needs to be given in detail, and you only focus on those parts, and you're not constantly doing it in every single moment of every single scene, then the moments that you do decide to do that are, you know, they're going to be like, oh, okay, and they're going to pay attention, and they're going to be like, okay, well, this must be important because she's going into detail about it.
Yeah. And that's why I try to save my very detailed moments for the good parts. You know, that's when you need the best details, is the good parts.
Yeah.
So
I feel like detail is more important when it comes to like character, like emotional detail is more important than physical detail.
Yeah.
I feel like even if you describe every single thing about a person, the reader's still going to kind of come up with their own vision of what your character looks like, how you describe your character.
Yeah.
And you could say, you know, black hair, this long, this texture, this shape eye, this and people are just going to like skip over all that, and they're going to come up with their own like version of your character anyway. So like for character description, I try and keep it like super basic. Like I understand like they don't want like a blank slate of a character, but I kind of give them some basics, and then they could just kind of fill in the details on their own.
You're like, woman, long hair, maybe not. You pick.
You pick. Yeah.
That's what I do on anybody that's not a character. Like I have my main characters and then I have my secondary characters, and I notice as I'm going back through and reading, pretty much every other person that makes an appearance doesn't even get a description. Like it's the balding man or the fast walking woman. Like that's it. For anybody who's in the background, like there's zero description that goes into anybody accept my characters, and I didn't even know that I did that. So I'll have to read through and see if it works or not. Maybe that's just my style because I did it consistently.
I think
But
it depends on how important those side characters are. Like, I have side characters that I still give a little more description than that, but that's because it's a series and they may be, appearing more than once in more than one book. And if they play a really important role in the story, even if they're not a main character, I tend to give almost as much detail as I would my main characters. Like, I know my main character in my last book, I described his mom and his sister almost as much as I described him, but that's because they play a really important role in the story.
Mhm.
So I think you have to kind of figure out how important of a character are they, and is their appearance going to matter later in the story?
Right.
Like mine, I described it because it was a family, so I wanted to make sure that they were described so that you can kind of tell that they look like they look alike or they don't look alike, because for his sister is adopted, so she doesn't look like any of the rest of the family. So they're like, that's why I decided to describe them in more detail, even though they were side characters.
Yeah.
That
sounds like sound advice.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a character in my first book that I gave a description of, but it was detailed to a point, but because she's got a larger role in the second book, once you get to the second book, then you learn more about her. But I'm pretty much the same way. If you're gonna have a spot in a book later, you get a little bit more description. If you're just a guy hanging out, you're a guy hanging out.
Yeah.
But Mr. McPhee, it is important to always make sure you set aside time for your spouse. It means a little thing now, but down the road it'll mean a lot of things. So good.
Don't be like Nichole and just tell hubby, hey, you're not going to see me much this week because I'm going to be like locked up in my cave.
Yeah. Yeah, my husband would be like, nope. I get some
Right.
That's right. He gets at least
what?
Yeah. Mine gets at least an hour to himself where I'm like, okay, you're the focus of my time. Whether it's when I say that, people are like, seriously, how can you give him an hour of your time? But here's the thing. It's like an hour of my time can be as simple as watching a TV program before we go to bed, but it's just me and him, and we're spending that time together. We don't have to be doing something. So every day I set aside at least 1 hour. Most of the time I'm like sitting there playing with my phone, but he likes watching television, and I whatever he's watching, I'm like, okay, it's on. I'm good.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Me and my husband, that's more like at night after the kids go to bed. That's kind of when we're like, what do we want to watch? Or usually it's something that because by the time the kids go to bed, we're both like, well, we don't have energy to do much else other than bed down and watch TV. So
yeah, pretty much. It gets better as they get older. You don't have to give them as much physical energy, but then you end up having, especially with female children, you end up having to give them that emotional energy. And sometimes I think that's more demanding than when you had to run around and play.
Yeah.
But it works. All right, let's get this third one out of the way, and then we'll chit chat some more.
Okay.
And we'll start in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, that is time. How did everybody do?
I got 302, and I finished a scene.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Nichole is got to unmute herself. I
I
figured.
finished all my tax stuff and I started working on a blog.
Awesome.
All right, and I got 234 that time.
Very nice. Shannon got 340. That is awesome. I figured out where I went wrong in the whole setting up of this new webcam that my kids got me. Steven got 312.
Nice.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Michael got 1,600 words edited / rewritten. That is awesome.
Wow.
Is that for the whole stream so far? Or did he like get that done in 15 minutes? That'd be pretty awesome.
He's like, I know. He's like a speed editor. We need to hire him.
Yeah, we do.
Oh man. Yeah, so I was looking at some other YouTubers like tutorials on how to set it up, and I guess so when I opened the box, it was a brand new box and it had all of the like manufacturer stickers on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it was supposed to have some literature inside the box, which it didn't. So then I was listening to this tutorial, and it was like, if you didn't come with the written literature, go to this website. So I went to the website and I was like, oh, there's more things I have to download and there's more stuff I have to do. And wow, it's not nearly as easy as just plug it in and start using it.
Wouldn't that be nice, right?
Oh, I know. It's not
Never
like a
that
vacuum.
easy.
Oh yeah. So are we still, I'm like, is the video still good? Because we still haven't heard from
Well,
Michael.
Yeah, it's still
I can
on.
still see it
It's
going.
still good. Okay. All right. Well, cool. Maybe he didn't hear the question. That's cool though. It's all right. Well, cool. Well, I am gonna call it a day for now because I do have other things that I need to get done. Maybe on Wednesday when I have everything figured out and I'm a little bit more organized, we can do 4 sprints. That would be totally cool. Oh,
Michael didn't hear the question.
Okay. She was asking if the 1600 was for the whole sprint or just for that last 15 minutes. That didn't really come out right. Was it for the whole stream? Yeah. Or for just that 15-minute sprint?
Yeah.
I know. I'm like, that didn't make any sense.
You did that in 15 minutes. Holy God.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you offer your services to other riders? Because that is incredible.
That's the awesome turnaround time.
Yeah.
Oh, Shannon has to go grocery shopping. Oh, I feel your pain. I had to grab kids last week, and I despise taking my kids to the grocery store because they always, without fail, fight at the grocery store. But they do. I think it's because they're stuck getting stuff that they don't want to get, and they're like, "This is boring, and I hate this." And so
that's when you have to turn it into like a search and find, like find item.
Well, I mean, I could do that. It's just that I know, okay, well, now instead of spending an hour and a half at the grocery store, I'm going to get to spend the entire freaking day at the grocery store playing this game with my kids.
Yeah.
So then it's like, oh, do you want them to not be miserable with you, or do you, spend all day, or do you want to just deal with the miserableness for an hour or so and get it over with?
When my kids were really young, in order to not take them, I would do my grocery shopping at night. So I would leave dad and kids, and then I would go grocery shopping at night because not only do I not enjoy listening to my kids fight and argue and oh yeah, whatever. I can't stand that. I can't stand when I love human beings. I really try to love human beings, but sometimes when you're at the store and you're focusing on what you need to get, and then you have like all these sounds and stuff, it gets very distracting, and you're just like, give it a cookie, shut it up.
Yeah, pretty much. You're pretty much like, what can I give you that will make you quiet for the next 20 minutes?
Yeah.
So that I can grab what I need to grab.
Oh yeah. Yes, that's true. That's true. Weird things happen at night. So
yeah.
But all right, well, cool. Well, let's go ahead and we'll say our goodbyes, and then we will move on with our day because I got stuff to do. I'm making a new recipe today. I'm making lime and cilantro shrimp, and it's going to be part of my newsletter. Yeah, it's so good.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. So we're doing outer rows now?
Yes.
Okay, so that's me, right?
Yep.
I am Amy Nobody. I'm an SEO consultant, and I don't have any social media. I don't use it. And I'm working on the second rough draft of my first fiction book. And it's going to be a fantasy book, and that's about all I got. That's my spiel.
A fantasy book?
Yeah.
Are you going to
That's my
give
genre.
it like...
That's the closest I can label my genre.
Oh, fantasy. I thought you said fancy book.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I thought you were going to give it like one of those like fancy covers and okay. Never mind. Don't worry.
You're like, I went in the wrong direction.
I need to go eat, maybe drink some more coffee.
So this is why I bring the coffee with me. Although I need a refill.
Yeah. You said fantasy, and I'm like, ooh, a fancy book. What? We need to share.
Yeah, with lots of doilies and fine china.
That's right. All right, Derek, your turn.
I'm D.L. Stewart. I got a fancy fantasy novel. Comes out in about a week. Comes out in a week from tomorrow.
You're gonna show us your fancy cover?
I love it.
Kind of got glitter on it, yeah.
Yeah.
There. But I got Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, a website, a newsletter. Everything's a DL Stewart author. You sign up to my newsletter, you get the first 2 chapters of my book for free. If you pre-order and enter my pre-order giveaway, which is up on my site, you get the first 4 chapters free.
Cool. Very nice. Nichole.
Hi everyone, my name is Nichole. I write paranormal romance, and I have some fancy books up on Amazon too. They're paranormal romance, and my 3rd book in the series is coming out at the end of the month. You can pre-order that on Amazon. All the links and a free flash fiction is available on my website at NicholeWolf.com.
Very nice. Very nice. And I am Dana Gollin. You can find all of my social media and links to the good stuff at danagollinwrites.com. And if you sign up for my newsletter, you get a free ebook version of The Awakening. So yeah, so that is that for today. We're going to say goodbye. Is Skye going to be on tomorrow? Do we know?
I don't know, honestly.
I don't know. I know she said she was taking last week off, but I don't know about this week yet.
Okay, well, we'll make an announcement when we know what's going on.
Yep.
So, all right, awesome. Well, until next time, everybody have a good day. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.